Hello everyone, welcome to Physics Online Classes. So today's session is very special and very important for all class 11 and 12th standard students because in today's session I am going to talk about competitive examinations, JEE, NEET and Karnataka CET. Most of the students don't know how to prepare for these competitive examination. What is the examination pattern? What is the syllabus? So what is the marks distribution? So everything I am going to explain in today's session. So I hope you can take the benefit of today's session and prepare well for competitive examinations. So most of the children don't know which exam to write for medical or engineering or any other professional courses. So just I want to give you some important points regarding all these three examinations. Remember dear students, in class 11 and 12 you are going to study theory, NCERT theory part. With that you have to study practical. Along with the theory and practical, you have to give more concentration on competitive examinations. So you will get three examinations in class 11 and 12. That is, first one is JEE, second one is NEET and third one is Karnataka CET. Out of these three competitive examination, so which exam you have to select? That is very important. Suppose the student, if he is interested to join engineering in IITs and NITs, then you have to concentrate only on JEE competitive examination. Suppose if you want to be a doctor, if you want to go for any medical field like dental or MBBS or BAMS, BDMS, then you have to concentrate only on NEET examination. Then Karnataka CET. So here you can go for this Karnataka CET if you are interested in engineering, Karnataka engineering colleges and some other courses in BSc, Bachelor of Science. So then you have to attend Karnataka CET. So just I will give you some important points regarding all these three exams. Remember students, you have to study theory, practical. Along with that, you have to study well with these competitive examinations which are very important for you to get admission in reputed institutes in your higher education. So first, I will explain you about JEE examination. So JEE, that means Joint Entrance Examination. So this examination is an engineering entrance examination conducted for admission to various engineering colleges in India. See here, if you want to, if you are interested in engineering, if you want to get a seat in IITs and NITs, then you have to write this JEE examination and this exam will be conducted all over India. All the students over India will write this examination. So this is very important and you have to know here, this exam is constituted by two different examinations, that is JEE Main and JEE Advanced. So JEE Main is conducted by National Testing Agency and JEE Advanced is conducted by any one of the 7 zonal IITs. What are the 7 zonal IITs? There are 7 IITs in our country, in India. So that is IIT Roorkee, IIT Kharagpur, IIT Delhi, IIT Kanpur, IIT Bombay, IIT Madras and IIT Guwahati. So there are 7 zonal IITs. So JEE Advanced exam will be conducted. So first I will explain you about JEE Main. So there are 2 examinations. Remember students, JEE Main and JEE Advanced. So first I will explain you about JEE Main. So this JEE Main provides mission 2. It gives the direction for admission in these campuses, that is 31 NITs, 25 IITs and 28 GFTIs. That means National Institute of Technology campuses, and we are having 25 Indian Institute of Technology campuses and 28 government funded technical institutes across the country. So in these campuses, you will get admission, you will get a seat through this JEE main examination. And following these institute use the score obtained in JEE Advanced. See here, these three courses, they are only considering the marks which you are getting in JEE Advanced. So these other institutes are Indian Institute of Science, Education and Research. So this is like ISRO, Indian Space Research Organization. There you will get a seat through your JEE Advanced score. Rajiv Gandhi Institute of Petroleum Technology, RGIPI, and Indian Institute of Science. In these three institutions, you will get a seat according to your JEE Advanced scores. Then JEE main examination. So this exam has three papers, paper 1, paper 2 and paper 3. So you can choose paper 1 or 2 or 3, or you can choose all the three papers, that is left to you. See here, paper 1 is for BTech aspirants who want to go for B and BTech. So then you can prefer paper 1. If you are interested in B architecture, then you can go for paper 2. And if you are interested in B planning, so this is for B planning aspirants, paper 3. If you are interested in BTech, you can choose paper 1. If you are interested in B architecture, go for paper 2. If you are interested in B planning, then you can go for paper 3. Or if you want, then you can write all the three papers, paper 1, paper 2 and paper 3. So in paper 1, this is computer based exam. So this exam will be conducted online. And in this paper, so the subjects involved are physics, chemistry and mathematics. Paper 2 is again computer based exam, that is online examination. And here part 1 is all about mathematics, part 2 is about aptitude and part 3 is about drawing. Here they are going to provide pen and paper. This is offline. Part 1 and part 2 you should write, that is computer based exam. Only for part 3 they will provide you paper and pen. And in paper 3, so part 1 is mathematics, part 2 is aptitude, part 3 is planning based questions. So this is JEE main examination papers, paper 1, paper 2 and paper 3. The 4 points you have to remember is, first point, students may opt for either or both paper 1, paper 2 and paper 3. Either you can choose any one paper or you can choose all the three papers. Then second point, board marks will not be considered. Air India ranking will strictly be based on JEE scores. See here, your board examination marks will not be considered for engineering in IIT and NITs or in JEE main examination. So purely they are going to consider your JEE scores. So your board scores will not be considered here. And then third point is, there is no age limit. Either you are PU, second PU you are going to attend, you are appeared for 12th standard, or if you passed in 12th standard, so there is no age limit to write the JEE main examination. Candidates should score minimum 75% in physics, chemistry and mathematics in their class 12 exam. Remember, minimum you should get 75% in PU 12 or in your class 12 in your board examination. So 75% in only physics, chemistry and mathematics. They are not going to consider biology or any languages because it is only meant for engineering. So that's why minimum 75% you have to score, or according to your caste category, so this that percentage will be reduced. Then JEE main exam pattern. So paper 1 is having 75 questions, Maximum marks you will get is 300. In that you are having 3 subjects, physics, chemistry and mathematics. So for each subject you will get 20 multiple choice questions and 5 objective type questions. So this is all about paper 1. Come to paper 2. There are totally 77 questions, so which carries 400 marks. And here there are 3 parts: mathematics, aptitude and drawing. In mathematics you will get 25 multiple choice questions and 5 objectives. In aptitude you will get 50 multiple choice questions, and in a drawing you will get 2 questions. So totally 77 questions, 400 marks. Then paper 3, it is totally 100 questions and maximum marks is 400. And again there are 3 parts here: mathematics, aptitude and planning. Mathematics that carries 20 multiple choice questions and 5 objectives. Aptitude 50 multiple choice questions and planning 25 multiple choice questions. So this is exam pattern for JEE main. Then come to the exam marking. So how the marks distribution will takes place in JEE main. See here, for multiple choice questions, that is MCQs, for correct answer you will get 4 marks. You are awarded with 4 marks. For incorrect answer 1 mark will be deducted. So if you are not attending that question, then it carries 0 marks. For objective type questions, for correct answer 4 marks will be awarded. For incorrect answer 0 marks. And for not attending answers 0 mark. Then for drawing questions, so for correct answer 50 marks, there is no negative for drawing. So this is marks distribution in JEE examination. Then remember students, if you are qualified in JEE main examination, then only you are eligible for JEE advance. So JEE advance, again it is having 2 papers, paper 1 and paper 2. Paper 1 has single correct type answers. That means, so they are going to give you 4 options. Out of 4 options, any one option is correct. That is single correct type answers. But in paper 2, it has multiple correct integer type and paragraphic type questions. In paper 2, if they are going to provide 4 options, out of 4 options, multiple correct answers you will get. Either 2 options are correct or 3 options or all the options are correct. So here in paper 2, we are having multiple correct type answers. Then this JEE advanced exam is online computer based examination. There are 3 sections here, again physics, chemistry and mathematics. And the time of duration is 3 hours each. Paper 1, paper 2, so the time duration is 3 hours. So there is a 2-hour gap between paper 1 and paper 2. And types of questions they are going to ask: multiple choice questions and numerical value based questions. Remember students, if you are interested to join engineering in IIT and NIT all over India, then you have to concentrate on physics, chemistry and mathematics. Along with that, you should be very intelligent in NCERT syllabus, logical, reasoning, numerical, practical skills. So if you are very strong in these points, then you will get success in JEE main and JEE advance. Remember, if you qualify JEE main, then you can eligible for JEE advance. So according to your ranking in JEE advance, so you will get IIT and NIT colleges all over India. So this is all about JEE examination. And the second competitive examination is a NEET examination. So what it means? NEET means the National Eligibility Cum Entrance Test. It is an entrance examination conducted for admission to all India pre-medical colleges. So student, if you are interested to do medical, or if you are interested in medical field, if you want to be a doctor, then you have to concentrate on NEET examination. Remember, if you are going to concentrate on NEET examination, you have to concentrate again 3 subjects: physics, chemistry and biology. For JEE, you have to concentrate PCM. For NEET examination, you have to concentrate PCB, right? Then, so in NEET examination, you will get a courses like undergraduate medical courses, that is MBBS, dental courses, that is BDS, homeopathic medicine and surgery, that is BHMS, and BAMS in government or private medical colleges in India. If you want to get seat in these institutes, in this field, then you have to work hard to get success in NEET examination. Then remember, your theory examination score will not be considered here. The complete score on NEET exam. They are going to consider your score in NEET examination. So if you just get pass in theory examination, no problem, but you have to get a good rank in NEET examination to get in these institutes. And NEET examination pattern. Here NEET exam pattern consisting of 3 subjects, that is physics, chemistry and biology. In biology again, there are 2 branches, you already know, botany and zoology. So in all these 4 subjects, there are 45 questions from each of the section. So total number of questions will be 180. Remember students, physics 45 questions, chemistry 45 questions, biology 45 for botany and 45 for zoology. So totally 90 questions you will get from biology. So 50% of the questions you will get from biology. So you have to concentrate more on the subject biology for NEET examination. Remember, physics is mandatory for JEE, NEET, Karnataka CET. And here correct answer awarded with 4 marks, incorrect answer deducted with -1, and time duration will be 3 hours. So total marks is 720, and mode of examination is offline. NEET syllabus consists of the concepts taught in class 11 and 12. Remember, if you are perfect in NCERT class 11 and 12 standard, then you can easily attend this NEET examination and you will get success to get a seat in medical field. And remember, after your board examination, you will get this NEET examination. So this is all about NEET examination. Then come to the third one, Karnataka CET. So Karnataka Common Entrance Test, it is a state level entrance exam to provide eligible candidates admission to different undergraduate courses in Karnataka. This is only for Karnataka students. The students who have studied in Karnataka or Kannada medium from class 1 to class 10 are eligible for admission through Karnataka CET. For Karnataka CET engineering ranking, 50% of your board marks out of physics, chemistry, mathematics is considered. PCM marks they are going to consider 50%, and the remaining 50% is taken from your Karnataka CET marks of physics, chemistry and mathematics. That means weightage of Karnataka CET ranking that completely depends on your board result as well as your Karnataka CET score. 50% of PCM result in board examination and 50% of score from your Karnataka CET examination. Then I'm going to give you the list of all the courses that you can get from this Karnataka CET. So here you can observe there are number of courses that you can join through this Karnataka CET. This is only for Karnataka state and Karnataka students. So you can go for engineering, technology, architecture, BSc agriculture, BSc sericulture, BSc horticulture, BSc forestry, BSc home science, BSc agri biotech, biotech agri engineering, biotech food technology, biotech dairy tech, BFSE Fisheries, BTech Food Science and Tech, BSc Agri Marketing and Cooperation, B Farm and D Farm, then at last second year B Farm lateral entry course. So these are the number of courses that you can get through this Karnataka CET. And the Karnataka CET examination pattern. So this is again offline examination. So pen and paper exam. The total number of questions you will get 180. Physics carries 60 questions, chemistry 60 questions, mathematics 60 questions, or biology 60 questions. Either you can choose mathematics or biology. And the type of questions are objective type questions, multiple choice questions. Total number of marks is 180. Time duration 80 minutes for each subject, and marking 1 mark for each question, and there is no negative marking, right? That means you can attempt all the questions, so there is no negative marking in Karnataka CET. And the 2 points we have to notice here. The first point, students applying for engineering courses have to write the entrance exam based on physics, chemistry and mathematics. This is only for engineering courses. Then for admission into dental, so this dental will be completely based on NEET examination, leave it. Then come to Indian System of Medicine, homeopathy courses. So again, these courses, if you want to get seat, students will have to attempt questions based on physics, chemistry and biology. So this is all about Karnataka CET. I hope so this video will be very helpful for you, and now you have to decide so which exam you have to concentrate, either JEE or NEET or Karnataka CET, and for which examination you need a special coach, and that you have to decide now. Either you can choose medical or engineering or any other professional courses. So now I gave you just the brief explanation regarding all the 3 examinations. NCERT syllabus you have to study in class 11 and 12. So in class 11 and 12 we have to study theory, practical. Along with that, it is very important to study well for competitive examinations like JEE, NEET or Karnataka CET. Remember, for all the 3 examinations, for all the 3 competitive examinations, so you have to get perfect in class 11 as well as class 12. The complete NCERT syllabus of 11 and 12, you have to study well to get a good score in JEE, NEET and Karnataka CET. I hope this video will be very helpful for students as well as parents. Now you can decide for which field you are interested. See here. So if you understand the subject clearly, then only you can get interest in that field. Remember, dear students, either you can choose JEE or NEET or Karnataka CET. Physics is mandatory. And one more point I have to tell you. In physics, you will get a number of numerical problems. Most of the students, they are not going to concentrate more on numerical problem. So maybe the lack of basic mathematics. Remember, in your PU board examination, theory marks that carry 70 marks. In that 70 marks, 15 marks, this is only for numerical problem. Most of the students, they will say numerical problems in physics is itself a problem. But it is not like that. So if you are clear with the concept, then it is very easy to attempt all the numerical questions, because in JEE you'll get a number of numerical questions. So first, before that, you have to get perfect, clear with the concepts in theory part, then easily you can attend the numerical problems. Thank you.